Seeing their commitment ultimately lies with the two of them. Each of you gathered here today are here because you play an important role in their lives. As their community of support, there may be times that Nadia and TJ will need your wisdom, guidance, and encouragement to work through the inevitable moments or challenges that occur. I ask I ask that all of you choose love in your thoughts, words, and actions towards them individually and as husband and wife. And with patience and understanding, as you also unite and connect as different families joining and blending together to do all that you can to help nurture, grow, and deepen their bond. At this time, a prayer will be read from each side of Nadia and TJ's families as we join in this union. We also recognize each culture and these religious scriptures respectfully. TJ's dad, Mr. Butler, may you please step forward.
A reading from the first letter of St. John. Beloved, let us love one another, because love is of God. Everyone who loves is begotten by God and knows God. Whoever is without love does not know God, for God is love. In this way, the love of God was revealed to us. God sent his only begotten Son into the world so that we might have life through him. And this is love. Not that we have loved God, but that he has loved us and sent his Son as expiation for our sins. Beloved, if God so loved us, we also must love one another. No one has ever seen God, yet if we love one another, God remains in us, and his love is brought to perfection in us. The word of the Lord.
And at this time, may Mr. Hutchinson please step forward.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah. All praise be to God, the most beneficent, the most merciful. In the Quran is written that every relationship in our lives is important, but this relationship of marriage is the most important of all. It's a bondage of two and a bondage of families. We ask Allah, looking God upon you both throughout your entire relationship. Remember, Bismillah, keep faith first.
Now, if you know this beautiful couple really well, you will know the love they have for each other and also a tandem bike. Yes, the bike that seats two people. As I was getting to know their story and of how they met and of how their love grew and their engagement, they shared with me how they rode a tandem bike around Mackinac Island in Michigan to celebrate their engagement. Now, if you have never ridden a tandem bike, yes, couples look very cute on them, but when you are the couple having that experience, it can be a true test of your relationship. And I know this to be true. I know because very coincidentally, me and my husband rode a tandem bike around Mackinac Island, and it was a test, probably coming from me. But it doesn't matter who is in the front seat or the back seat, but you have to work together to keep the bike moving in unison, in flow, even when you're tired, you're hot, you're arguing because one of you wants to quit, one wants to go this way or that way. You get my point, everyone. But when they shared this story with me of how they both loved riding a tandem bike together, then I already knew that this was a good sign, that they have the love and the patience to work through their marriage together. Even when they're tired, you're hot, you're arguing because one of you wants to quit, one of you wants to do this or do that or the other. You get my point. The following is an excerpt from Union, a reading by Robert Fulham that I would love to share. You have known each other from the first glance of acquaintance to this point of commitment. At some point, you decided to marry. And from that moment of yes to this moment of yes, indeed, you have been making commitments in an informal way. All of those conversations that were held in a car or over a meal or during long walks, all those conversations that began with when we're married and continued with I will, and you will, and we will, all those late night talks that included someday and somehow and maybe, and all those promises that are unspoken matters of the heart. All these common things and more are the real process of a wedding. The symbolic vows that you are about to make are a way of saying to one another, you know, all those things that we promised and hoped and dreamed? Well, I meant every word. Look at one another and remember this moment in time. Before this moment, you have been many things to one another: an acquaintance, a friend, a companion, a lover, a tandem bike rider, partner, even teacher, for you have learned so much from one another these past few years. Shortly, you shall say a few words that will take you across a threshold of life, and things between you will never quite be the same. For today, you shall say to the world, this is my husband, this is my wife. Nadia and TJ have prepared their own vows today. TJ, I'll have them forward. Nadia will go first. Hey.
In writing and thinking about what I vow to you, my main reflection was on the need for loving kindness. Loving kindness is a type of meditation also known as metta. The purpose of loving kindness is to affirm love for yourself and for others. I have adapted parts of the meditation for our partnership. May I be happy, healthy, and safe. May I be patient and kind. May I show support and love, especially in the most challenging of times. May I be a consistent friend and stable partner. May I be like a dandelion, resilient and determined to see our relationship through. May you be happy, healthy, and safe. May you be patient and kind. May you always feel supported, knowing I will love you through all of your changes and iterations. May you continue to get a good story. May we be happy, healthy, and safe. May we be patient and kind. May we be steadfast in our faith. May we fall in love again and again. As the storms worsen and our world experiences so much change, may we stay hopeful, remembering God is change. May we always practice forgiveness, keeping an open heart. May our love serve for the highest good to all. From this day forward, my forever emergency contact. 48 974 8671.
Hey, Nadia, Naadiya, Naja, Nads, DJ Nads. Everyone has a name for you. I'll have several names for you. And you know that whenever anyone says your name, they're saying it with love, especially me. I vow to encourage your loving kindness. And I know we didn't think of this ahead of time, it just shows. I remember a time when we were driving on North Ave and we saw someone being harassed and you wanted to stop and turn the car around and go back and support that person. And in that moment, I knew that I loved you among many others because you are willing to take the risks of love that I know I think some of our family talked about. And I vow to support you in taking risks of love for everyone. I vow to encourage you to be your best self. I remember when you got your Congressional Black Caucus letter and you were twerking in the living room, sitting at the table crying, and I think you actually liked that. I was sitting at the table crying rather than being like, wow, come on, let's get together. I vow to continue crying when you do amazing things. I vow to be with you in sickness and in health, including if that's you getting the J&J vaccine while you're doing one of your amazing group activities with the kids in the neighborhood and putting you to bed on the couch. I vow to always continue to do that. I vow to communicate maturely with you in all of the times. And I also vow that I think anyone who knows me now owes you a lunch for what you've done to make me a more mature communicator. And I think my mom owes you 2 lunches for that. I'm a much better person because of all the work and love that you have shown me. I vow on behalf of everyone here to become one of the probably hundreds plus people that are out there in the world right now, wanting you to be as good as you can be, to be supported and loved. We're all here for you. I'm the one saying it, but we're all here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you, and I always will be.
This time, may I have the rings, please? Rings are symbolic of the unbroken circle of unconditional love. Each of you gives your love to the other, and each of you receives love from the other. May these rings serve to remind you of the freedom and strength of your unconditional love for one another. Yeah, place the ring on TJ's finger and repeat after me. With this ring, I give you my promise to honor you,
to be faithful to you,
and to share my love
and
and life with you
from
this day forward,
in sickness and in health,
forever and always. Could you place the ring on Naadiya's finger? Repeat after me.
With this ring,
I give you my promise
I give you my promise
to honor you,
to honor you,
to be faithful to you,
faithful to you,
and to and to share my love and life with you
and to share my love and life with you
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
in sickness and in health,
sickness and in health,
forever and always.
forever and always.
At this time, we will honor their unity with the Celtic and African tradition of a hand fasting ceremony. With the symbolism of the ribbons, Naadiya and TJ are tying the knot, binding their love, your lives and making the choice to choose each other and stick together. By exchanging of the vows and of the rings and the hand fasting ceremony, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Today we are introducing as husband and wife the newlyweds Naadiya and TJ.